Hi, everybody, and welcome to our first Faith and Fun session. My name is Cynthia, and we are going to explore the story of creation and how God created our world in 7 days. So, every month, we will be sending out a recording, and eventually, maybe we'll even get to Zoom calls. But for now, we'll just be doing recordings on each day of creation. So the first part of every recording will be a quick little lesson, and you'll learn a little Bible story about creation and about each day. And then the second part will be a really fun craft that will represent each day of creation. So first off, I want to make sure that you have all the supplies with you. And so when your parents picked up the monthly kit from St. Peter Chanel, they also picked up, there was a bag, and I'll show you what the bag looks like. And it has a label on here, and it says, Faith and Fun, first and second grades, Creation Day 1. So make sure that you have this kit ready to go because that holds everything for the craft. And just to remind you, this is a recording, so if any time you need to pause it, if you have a question you want to ask your parents, or you need a little bit more time on certain parts of the craft, we have to do some coloring, and that may take a little longer than me saying it, just go ahead and hit pause, and then when you're done, go ahead and just resume the video. So let's get started with our first day of creation. Question for you. When you look at the stars, have you ever wondered who made them? Or even who made you? Well, the answer, of course, is God. And the Bible story of the creation tells you those answers. And so once there was only God, and of course, God is three persons, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that three persons of the Trinity were all happy, loving each other, and just being. But eventually, God wished to share his love and his life with others. And so he created the universe. And then he made man and a woman. And then he told them to have children so that they could show their love and show their love to him. So all of you came from the first parents, Adam and Eve. And so God made you and loves you too. So let's see how creation began. And so we're going to look at the story. And this is definitely a story about creation because as we know, creation is made in 7 days, right? Just like the week is 7 days long. Now, we don't know exactly how long it took God to create things each day. It might have taken thousands of years, or it might have been a split second. It's God, so we're not really sure. But all these things happen, and God is the creator, all right? So the story of creation is found in the Bible in the first book called Genesis. And so I'm going to switch my screen so you guys can read along with me. So give me a second here. All this Zoom stuff. Share it. Okay, so in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth didn't have any shape, and it was empty. Darkness was over the surface of the ocean. At that time, the ocean covered the earth. The Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day. He called the darkness night. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 1. All right. Okay, so I'm back. Now that's a lot to take in, right? So think about this. The most thing to understand is that God created the world from nothing. He didn't have little bits and pieces to piece together. He didn't have a continent over here and an ocean over there and put it all together. No, it was completely created out of nothing, and God willed it to be our universe. And so the very first thing he said to do was he had the darkness, but he made light, and he made the light be day and the darkness be night. So that is all about day one. We've created night and day. So let's go on to the craft. This is the fun part. All right, so get your bag and let's make sure we have everything, okay? The big thing in here is a paper plate with a hole in it. And let's see, we have 2 colors of crayons, and I bet you can figure out what the colors are for. We have a black crayon, a yellow crayon. We also have a glue stick. We have a label, and it says day 1, light created and separated from darkness, all right? And then the last thing in there is this little piece of twine or string, okay? So, get this all here. The first thing you will do is take your plate and put it down on your desk, and you will take your black crayon and you will draw a line. And I always like to keep, it doesn't matter at this point, but I like to keep this dot at the top of the page or at the top of the plate. And you just draw a straight line all the way down. And if you notice, my line's not so straight, but that's okay. Light and dark, as you know, when it's kind of getting light out for in the morning, you still see some darkness over in the horizon, and the same thing at night. So it's okay if this line isn't completely straight, all right? So what do you think the black crayon represents? Right, the darkness, nighttime. So you will then on one side color this all in black, and then you'll take your yellow crayon, which represents the light, and you will color in the other side. Now, like I said earlier, this might be a time when you want to hit pause on this recording and while you're coloring it in, all right? So if you hit pause in your back, or if you didn't, this is what it will look like when you're all done with it. I'm a fast colorer. I colored it beforehand. See, so we have the day over here and the night over here. So the neat thing is each time we meet, we're making one of these paper plate crafts, and it will represent each day. So we want to label it. That's where this label comes in. Now, I just cut it out like this and made little squares. If you want, you can cut it more so it's more of a circle. Either way is fine. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But what you would do is take your glue stick and you would put it on the back here, right here. Let's do that. And then stick your sticker or your thing right on the back. And it will end up like that. That's one that I had cut out earlier. All right. And it doesn't matter if it's right in the middle, just somewhere so it's labeling and so that the dot is up here at the top. And then the last thing you'll do, I've lost my string. Oh, here it is. Here's my string, is so we can hang them. So you just put the string right through the dot, the hole, I should say, and then you knot at the top. And if you're having a hard time knotting it, just go ask your parents. They will help you out. Easy peasy, okay? And so you can hang this. The one thing I ask you on all these supplies is, so now we've sent you a yellow and black crayon. We'll be sending you more crayons each time because we'll be doing different colors on different plates. But if you could keep the crayons and the glue stick, that would be great, okay? So that we can use them each month. All right. The other thing, I have all my notes here. The other thing is I would like you to have your parents take a picture of you with your plate. And in the Live Binder, and your parents know what the Live Binder is, it's an app on the computer, there will be a tab for Faith and Fun. And on there, they'll have some place where you can submit. And there might be a couple questions or two, really easy, you know the answers. Light and dark, day and night, little hints there, okay? But I wanna see you, so they can upload your picture of you and your plate, because you all see me, but I don't get to see you. And I want to really get to know each and every one of you so that when I see you at Mass, I can wave at you if you recognize me with my mask on, okay? So I hope you had fun creating your first day of creation, and I look forward to seeing you in November. And I think we're creating things with water and clouds and sky and stuff like that. It should be a lot of fun. So I will see you next month. Thank you guys. Bye.